Hey there, fellow suckers, valued investors. Welcome to another thrilling episode where we dissect the highs and lows of the financial world. Today, we're diving into the wacky world of crypto, specifically the spectacular collapse of the LIBRA token. This isn't just any story, it's a roller coaster of emotions, filled with dreams of riches and the harsh reality of financial ruin. Buckle up, because this one's got it all: shady dealings, political corruption, and enough jargon to make your head spin. It's a tale of ambition, greed, and the quest for economic salvation. Imagine a world where a cryptocurrency could solve a nation's economic woes, a digital savior that promises to lift an entire country out of financial despair. Sounds too good to be true? Well, that's because it was. The dream quickly turned into a nightmare for many. Well, that's because it was. The promises of prosperity deflated faster than a popped balloon, leaving investors in a state of shock and disbelief. Enter Libra, a token endorsed by none other than Argentina's President Javier Milei himself. Milei, known for his fiery speeches and radical economic ideas, saw Libra as a beacon of hope. When Milei, a self-proclaimed libertarian and Bitcoin enthusiast, threw his weight behind Libra, the crypto world went wild. Investors flocked to buy the token, believing in Milei's vision of a decentralized financial future. The token's price skyrocketed, reaching a dizzying high of $5. Everyone was feeling optimistic. The media buzzed with stories of newfound wealth and economic revival. Maybe, just maybe, Libra was the answer to Argentina's prayers. Little did they know the bubble was about to burst, and the dream would soon turn into a harsh reality. Remember that warm, fuzzy feeling of optimism? Gone, like a fart in the wind. Turns out, while regular folks were busy buying into the Libra dream, a select few were busy cashing out. Hours after hitting its peak, Libra crashed harder than a teenager learning to drive stick shift. The price plummeted over 80%, leaving countless investors in financial ruin. What happened? Oh, just a little thing called insider trading. See, while Milei was busy hyping up Libra, those close to the project were dumping their tokens. We're talking millions of dollars flowing out of the project faster than you can say cryptocurrency. Turns out, the Argentine dream was more like an Argentine nightmare. Now you might be thinking, this sounds like a job for, well, someone who understands complex financial crimes better than I do. And you'd be right. The intricacies of these schemes are often so convoluted that they require a deep dive into the murky waters of high finance. It's not just about following the money, it's about understanding the labyrinthine pathways it takes. But here's the kicker. This wasn't just some small-time crypto scam. This was a meticulously orchestrated operation involving layers upon layers of deception. It was designed to ensnare not just the unwary individual investor, but entire financial systems. Wall Street's grubby fingerprints were all over this thing. The very institutions that are supposed to uphold financial integrity were deeply entangled in this web of corruption. Remember KEP Protocol and Kelsier Ventures? These names might ring a bell because they were touted as the next big thing in the crypto world. They promised innovation and transparency, but delivered nothing but chaos. The supposed brains behind Libra? They were the masterminds who crafted this elaborate scheme, presenting themselves as visionaries while hiding their true intentions. Turns out, they were in bed with some very powerful players. These weren't just rogue actors, they had the backing of some of the most influential entities in the financial world. We're talking hedge funds, investment banks, the whole shebang. These are the titans of finance, the ones who pull the strings behind the scenes. These financial giants saw an opportunity, manipulate a volatile market, exploit a desperate nation and make a quick buck. They leveraged their immense resources to bend the rules in their favor, and boy did they ever. The profits they reaped were astronomical, all while the rest of the world watched in disbelief. While ordinary Argentinians saw their savings evaporate, these Wall Street sharks were swimming in a pool of dirty crypto profits. The disparity between the winners and losers in this game was stark, and the consequences were devastating for those left in the lurch. Section 4, Crypto Contagion, a Crisis of Faith. The Libra debacle sent shockwaves through the cryptosphere. Trust, already a precious commodity in this wild west of finance, evaporated faster than a puddle in Death Valley. Bitcoin, the supposed gold standard of crypto, took a nosedive. Smaller tokens? Forget about it. It was like watching a digital financial apocalypse unfold in real time. The message was clear. If it could happen to Libra, with a president's endorsement no less, it could happen to anyone. Section 5, From MAGA to Meltdown, the Rise and Fall of Memecoin Empires. Libra wasn't an isolated incident. Remember the Trump and Melania tokens? Yeah, those were pretty wild rides too. One day you're buying into the hype, the next, you're staring at your phone wondering if you accidentally joined a digital pyramid scheme. It turns out, the same group of shady characters behind Libra were also pulling the strings behind these memecoin disasters. They exploited people's hopes, dreams, and political affiliations for their own financial gain. The lesson? Just because something is plastered all over the internet doesn't make it a good investment. In fact, it might be the opposite. Section 6, The People versus the Powerful, a glimmer of hope in the darkness. The good news, yes, there's some good news, is that people weren't just going to take this lying down. Outraged investors, concerned citizens, and yes, even some folks in the crypto community started demanding answers. The Argentinian government, already facing a PR nightmare, launched an investigation. Key players were exposed, bribes were uncovered, and the whole rotten system began to unravel. It's a classic tale of David versus Goliath with a digital twist, and while the fight is far from over, it's a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, people power can still make a difference. Section 7, Preventing the Next Crash. A call for transparency and accountability. In the wake of financial crises and market manipulations, the call for transparency and accountability has never been louder. It's a demand that echoes through the halls of justice and the streets of our cities. So, where do we go from here? How do we chart a course towards a more stable and fair financial future? How do we prevent another Libra from happening? The answer lies in a multifaceted approach that involves everyone from regulators to everyday citizens. Well, it starts with transparency and accountability. These are not just buzzwords, they are the foundation of a trustworthy financial system. We need clear regulations for the crypto Wild West. Without them, we risk repeating the mistakes of the past. We need to shine a light on the shadowy figures manipulating the market. These bad actors thrive in the dark,